Slatty, what's going? Hey man, you got Lil Durk. Feds gave evidence to Drew. He lost it. Oh hell nah. I ain't gonna lie. That's my little beat your ass, man. You try to come for them lawyer, client, what that shit called? Client, lawyer, meeting and shit like that. Nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna come across that motherfucker. Say, bitch ass nigga. Fuck around your ass nigga. Hey man. Before we get in that bit, make sure you subscribe right now. I ain't gonna do too much talking. Let's just get into it.
You want to support me?
Beat his ass,
Read 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Make sure you smash the like. And follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 383. TikTok at Trenches News 383. Oh, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods and wrenches. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature could come destroy everything, and now you're homeless, so make sure you get back. The kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and civilians. It's Monday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't say you're your local police department, so make sure you're aware of your surroundings and know where your kids are. Today on Trenches News. Alright, y'all, we talking about Lil Durk again. United States of America has clapped back versus banks on supplement government's opposition to defendant banks' motion to sever counts, or in the alternative to dismiss the third superseding indictment on the speedy trial grounds. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook, Market, AJ, he hooked it up. Smash that hype button and that like button. Hey, before I start talking about Lil Durk and reading about Lil Durk, I just want to let you know, for the guys who laughing out there about my reading, I did take a headshot in the back of my head, and I'm still doing way better than you. Thank God. Thanks to Big Sandals, man. So God bless you, man. Memorandum of points of authorities. The government files this supplement to correct certain factual assertions in the defendant bank's reply and to provide more fulsome record for the court. First, defendant banks incorrectly states that the forensic examination report of co-conspirators for iCloud was first produced on June 8, 2026. Attached as Exhibits 2 is the government's discovery letter documenting the production of December 10, 2025 of the entire forensic image of co-conspirators for iCloud, along with over 35 other seized devices and or accounts. 2 and 4 and 7 12/10/25 discovery letter and FBI 302 documenting the production. Notably, the government made this production to accommodate a request made by Defense Counsel to examine the full image of all digital devices and accounts seized by the government. USAO cover letter noting that the production was made at defender's request. To extent defendant believes the subsequent June reproduction of material contained in the iCloud contained the Pareto of Brady and of Brady law. That material was unavailable to defendants in December 2025. Second, the government did not shirk its responsibilities under the pretrial schedule. Reply at 2. Following return of the TSI June 3rd, the government sent numerous communications to Defense Counsel seeking clarity about the trial date and pretrial deadlines to provide more fulsome record to the court. And then it say the forensic report of co-conspirator for iCloud produced in June 2026 documented certain items seized by the FBI, a smaller subset of the full image produced to the defense in December. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Drew at them parties with Playboy Cardi and stuff. He filing motions. Hey, Durk need to fire him, man. Government attaches Exhibit 3. The remainder of the email thread attached Exhibit K to defendant bank's filing. Exhibit 3 documents that the government circulated a proposed stipulation modifying the pretrial briefing schedule and asking authorization for e-signature, to which only counsel for defendant Houston responded. Moreover, attached as Exhibit 4 is an email thread in which the government solicited defense counsel's position on continuance. In exchange, the government noted that its trial exhibit lists and motions and limit were a function of which defendants and which charges would be proceeding to trial. In response, defendant banks concealed counsel responded that they were prepared for an August 20th trial as of now, and the counsel for defendants, Wilson Lindsay, represented that they would be prepared for an August 20 trial should the court grant one or more of the pending severance motions. Third, to defendant Banks' claim that the multiple explicit past assertions of his speedy trial rights are clear for the record. The defendants, including defendant Banks, caused the prior continuance. Defendant Banks requested the initial 11-month continuance to October 2025. See opposition at 4, and he took other steps to delay this trial. For example, on November 13, 2025, defendant Banks filed his motion to disqualify all Central District judges and the United States Attorney Office, which explicitly asked the court to vacate the scheduling order, including January. I told you, Drew ain't paying attention, man. I remember that. The court denied the motion, noting there is just absolutely no basis for this motion, just none, absolutely none. Trial date and calendar motions that were set for the hearing on November 18, 2025, after the court entered a minute order for the following date, making it clear it would not stay the proceedings. Defendant Banks filed a written objection, asking again to stay proceedings and vacate all dates. When the court declined to stay proceedings, defendant Houston, Wilson, and Lindsay requested trial continuance because the court would not vacate the scheduling order. 11/18/2025, reporters transcripts at 81 and 83. Finally, as set forth in the government's opposition, defendant Banks has failed to justify the extraordinary relief he is requesting, while defendant Banks asserts that a further continuance would be lengthy based on conflicts of the other defense counsel. He does not indicate how much time he will request, if any should be. Court denied either of the pending motions. Hey, I told y'all, bruh. Hey, Drew is on straight bull. Hey, Drew filed the motion, and he ain't even knowing this. I told y'all. Why is all you little fake lawyers coming through my page talking about you a public defender? Hey, look, if you ask for a continuance on Durk them side, bruh, your time stopped. It does not. When Durk tried to get everybody throughout, he tried to get the state's attorney. He said that the state's attorney wasn't qualified to basically represent the government. He was supposed to only be on there for 4 months. I clearly remembered it, and that's a continuance. See, Drew now, they used to the state rules. They ain't used to the federal rules. But let me continue. All right, then the next file is government unopposed ex parte application for order and sealing documents. Plaintiff, United States of America, by through its counsel of record, Assistant United States Attorney Ian V. Yanella, Michael J. Morris, and Daniel H. Wine hereby applies ex parte for order and directing the government's exhibits 2 through 4 in its supplement to his opposition to defend the bank's motion to sever counts or its alternative to dismiss the third superseding indictment on speedy trial grounds, but kept under seal until further order of the court. This ex parte application is based upon the attached memorandum points of authorities and declaration to Daniel H. Weiner. Memorandum points authorities. Plaintiff United States of America requests that this court seal the government's exhibits 2 through 4 to its supplement to its opposition to defend the bank's motion to sever counts or an alternative to dismiss the third superseding indictment on speedy trial grounds. The court has inherent supervisory authority to seal documents in appropriate circumstances. See Nixon versus Warner communication. Every court has supervisory power over its own records and files. Here, for this reason described in the attached declaration sealing of these documents, it is necessary to protect personal identifying information of third parties and sensitive information related to witnesses cooperating with the government. The government accordingly requests that these documents be maintained under seal until further order of the court, dated July 13, 2026. Hey, so the feds clap back, man. So it looked like Drew, once again, Trenches News right. Once everybody finished reading the files, Drew haven't looked over anything. I told y'all he be with Playboy Cardi. I seen him with Rod Wave. I seen him at the shows with LeBron James now.
No.
Like, the man is not focused on his case. He knows he can't beat this case. And that's why they sent Brian Steele over, because Drew wasn't getting nothing done. And it looked like Brian Steele is just waiting on cross-examine. But look, I can tell you this. Like I said, if you don't get your case severed, man, and anybody on your side which is your co-defendant. Say,
hey y'all, don't mind me if y'all hear me sniffing and shit like that. I got a little cold. I know it was July 23rd, like, and then I've been like this for like a couple days, like, fucked up twin. I ain't gonna lie, but I got a new haircut though. And then nigga drinking water though and shit like that. And then Fred cut. Y'all know what's going on. I'm a little sick though, but and then I'm getting better though. And then
I ain't ready, Judge. I'm asking for a continuance, another 30 days. That 30 days stop on your time too. Your time don't keep going. And all you lawyers out here talking about Drew the truth and he the coldest. Lawyers don't make errors like that when people fight for their life, man. I'm sorry. You make them type of errors when you a traffic ticket or something. A jaywalking charge. You don't make those type of errors when a man fight for his life. He fighting a stalking charge. He fighting murder for hire / stalking charge. But they don't have to prove the murder for hire. The for hire they don't have to prove because it's a conspiracy. Then he's fighting attempt murder of Weatherspoon. Well, the guy Weatherspoon, he's still alive, but all the co-defendants is dead. So guess who eat that charge that they thought they beat? Lil Durk. Then you got Marley and AJ, which Drew Finley, and he can't come up with nothing else but to say they were forced to plead guilty. Hey, look, if you seen them cameras with AJ running across that parking lot, the pictures with the phones that the feds that they left in the car, Marley shooting the security guard, Stephon Mack running for his life, and then after that they caught on ring camera, and then they texting about do Lil Durk got some money.
Ain't no
Once
way.
you see all that. And then you notice that they put a federal agent in the cell with you, or informant in the cell with you, and you got to talk about everything. Once you see that on the table, hey, look, AJ and them ain't got no $1 million lawyer or want to be a lawyer. AJ and them ain't got no choice but to cop out. It's either 30 years or life. And AJ and them deal what they thought was a deal. 30 years, AJ will be 50 something. He'll still be talking about he beat it then. You know what I'm talking about? He'll be 50 something. This generation, Benjamin Button style. So, these young motherfuckers, they gonna be, you look younger. Well, nah, they doing drugs. They gonna look older. But anyways, like I was saying, Drew is not doing his job. How can you not know that feds produced this evidence already? You come through, and you know what Drew banking off of? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I keep it 100 with y'all. Drew is banking off a technicality. He hoping that the feds mess up on something so he can try to get Lil Durk out on something. Because he know he ain't winning on nothing else. Hey, look, it's 15 witnesses. That's from OTF. That's killers. Lil Durk rapped about him. He rapped about all his crimes. He rapped about every murder that they did. He told who did it. He told who the chiefs was. So they already know, man. They know these guys can't afford no plane tickets there and back. They ain't got no jobs. You know how they know that? Why you think they got probation and all them to ask you that when they send you the probation and everything? How much money you make? Do you got any cars? Got any clothes? How many kids you got? You think them questions just for show? No, them questions to use against your ass in court. Oh, Your Honor, he lied to the probationary. He said that he had $0 and now he up here saying that he has a job now. You know what I'm talking about? Like, everything is a trick play when it comes to the law. And I'm going to say it again like I said in the last video. Hey, look, y'all got it misconstrued. You hear me? Y'all got it messed up. However you want to say it. You hear me? It's guilty until proven innocent. Because if it was innocent until proven guilty, you wouldn't have no cuffs on you. Nobody will have cuffs on them. Nobody will be in the jail. Everybody will be waiting to go to jail until your due date, But instead, you get handcuffed. Somebody could literally lie on you and say that you did something right now. And if it's heinous or you got a background, the police coming to get you. They don't even know that your phone records, you got multiple witness, you was under this camera. They got to come and get you, though. And then the crazy part about it, when they come and get you, they be like, thanks to O.J. Simpson, we got to come and get any threat. You know what I'm talking about, which is crazy. Because O.J. Simpson, I seen him riding down the street with the police behind him in the Bronco in 94. You know what I'm talking about? I was a kid. I was 9 years old, man. So to tell me when I'm 30 and I catch my crime, why you came and got me because of O.J., I feel offended, But But back to Lil Durk, man. So Drew Finland messed up. The feds came back, clapped him, and corrected him. Now Drew got to do Durk whole little motion to find something else to nitpick about. He didn't nitpick with the lyrics. They done sidestepped that. He didn't nitpick with everything. And now he on some speedy trial, bruh. Like, I can't believe it. And then the fake lawyers in my comments talking about, I'm a lawyer from California. And yeah, you violating this right, you ain't violating no rights. He got co-defendants. They didn't sever any case. So once one co-defendant and two co-defendants, it usually be a majority rule thing. It usually be like, how many co-defendants want continuances? If it's 5 of y'all and 3 say they want continuance, they gonna grant it. But if it's 2 of y'all saying no and 2 of y'all saying and 1 of y'all saying y'all don't care, they gonna say we're gonna continue, we're gonna keep it going. You know, it's the judge's decision. But yeah, it look like Drew, he steady fumbling the ball. He ain't paying attention. I wouldn't want no lawyer that my ops got. He in jail because he got tricked off the street. Cause Young Boy and Quando Rondo, and now he got their lawyer, man. It's just all just a witch hunt. I will be going live, man, later on. Give me up to 500 likes, and I'm jumping on live, man.
He has nothing to hide. That's the message as he sat down only with Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie. Mark with us live from Atlanta Police Headquarters in downtown Atlanta. Mark, his attorneys just filed a new motion bond.
That's right. We're outside APD headquarters now, as you said, and his lawyer says Lil Durk is still in the Fulton County Jail as his legal team works to get a bond set. But before he surrendered, we were with him in his lawyer's office. You're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like I have nothing to run from.
Lil Durk emerged from his lawyer's space and headed toward an SUV. Soon after that, he stepped out in front of the Fulton County Jail. One of his lawyers says he was swiftly taken into custody there, having swiftly flown back to Atlanta after he found out he was wanted.
We found out we had a warrant. He was actually on tour. Once I heard, I immediately came back.
He's willing to turn himself in and take care of what he needs to take care of.
We immediately canceled the tour. He's got a multi-million-dollar salary, music career going.
Did you do it? Did you?
I ain't gonna lie, boy, I'm a little fucked up right now. Like, it's cold, like this week, I done had some good shit happen to me, but due to the fact it's cold, I'm fighting motherfuckers, swing. I've been sneezing, I've been coughing, I've been sniffing, all type of shit, but it's like I got mucus snot in my nose and shit like that, but I'll be alright though.
Shoot this man. Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
I don't know.
Warrants involving an incident in February on North Avenue involved charges including criminal attempt to commit murder and aggravated assault. One document indicates an Atlanta police investigator said to the best of his knowledge, Banks was employed or associated with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in gang activity, shooting at the victim while co-defendants shot and robbed him.
Is he involved in a gang?
Yes.
Banks indicated his lawyer told him not to discuss the specific facts of the case, but he confirmed what his attorney Manny Aurora said, that as a youth, Banks was drawn into the gang life that surrounded him in Chicago, but that's not who he is today.
I had a bad background, just growing up as a child, about father being incarcerated for 25 years, 26 years. So I had a rough past, but like me moving to Atlanta, I just thought that just changed my whole identity of thinking.
All right, watch this. Hear that? That's my wallet. So this is what most wallets still look like. Thick, overstuffed, bulky. This holds up to 12 cards. It's RFID blocking. It's made from aerospace grade plates, and it's designed for a front pocket. It's just engineered better. This is the Ridge 2.0.
Now, one of the warrants is for possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Lil Durk suggested to me he's innocent. Aurora says a 2012 gun charge in Chicago was Durk Banks' second and most recent arrest until he surrendered Thursday night, and that Aurora and co-counsel Nicole Mormon are focused now on getting him bond, which was denied this morning. Reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
And more details on this case. Police identified the victim as Alex Weatherspoon. He's in jail in Chicago. Lil Durk's legal team tells us police arrested him in connection to a shooting at a nightclub in Chicago. Details on this case. Police identified the victim as Alex Weatherspoon. He's in jail in Chicago. Lil Durk's legal team tells us police arrested him in connection to a shooting at a nightclub in Chicago.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder for hire plot. Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night and is being held without bond. This comes only hours after 5 people associated with his music business were also accused and taking part in that murder for hire plot. Now, the plot targeted rapper Quando Rondo's cousin, who was killed in 2022. Investigators believe it was retaliation for the earlier murder of Chicago rapper King Von.
Linked to a second murder for hire plot, this time in Chicago. These are images of the gunman who shot and killed Stefan Mack in 2022. Prosecutors say Mack was outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland when he was gunned down. The FBI linked the 2 men charged with Mack's murder to Durk using texts and confidential informants. The feds believe this murder was revenge for the death of Lil Durk's brother.
This is how he looks. This is Marley right here. So Marley is charged with his participation in this killing, right? And Elmer Fudd over here is AJ. This would be AJ. Now we're gonna get into AJ, but let's jump into the paperwork, right? The introduction. The government previously moved for use of the entirety of co-defendant Anthony Montgomery Wilson's recorded statements against defendant Preston Powell. Now Anthony is AJ, Powell is Marley, right? And we're just gonna get right into it. By way of this submission, the government proposes that the court allow for the admission of 3 limited excerpts. So they're introducing these 3 things, speaking on this murder, right? And up here it would say, the excerpts simply show that Montgomery Wilson's motivation for killing Mac was to collect a cash bounty that had been put out for Mac's murder by Individual A and his associates with OTF. Individual A is obviously Lil Durk. Now the first excerpt would state, in this excerpt, AJ explained to the confidential source that the bounty for killing Youngin, which was Mac's nickname, was 70 grand, and that AJ tried to get the amount increased to 90. AJ, next thing you know, that's a dub. Reminds me, we was having a conversation, shorty. Ken told me like shit, he a 70 ball right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna try to get him to go to a 90. We trying to get 90 out of him for this shit. Confidential source. For a motherfucker, AJ. For Youngin. Excerpt 2. In this excerpt, AJ explained to the confidential source that although Individual A, aka Durk, contributed $50,000 to the bounty for killing Mac, AJ only collected a portion of those funds. AJ, look, Jam, this what Jam told Diddy. He told Bondo. Like, Bug, he say, man, Durk gave up 50, shorty. He only paid me a dub, so it's 30 missing. Remind you, I'm locked up. So he's saying Durk gave 50, but he only got paid 20, and 30,000 is missing. And in this excerpt, AJ would explain to the confidential source that he received approximately $40,000 for killing Mac. Confidential source, so altogether you got 35? AJ, 35,000 and then another 5 from JD and them, which they supposed to give me 100, shorty. They really owe me 100,000. These 3 limited excerpts exclusively concern AJ's admissions to the confidential source that he killed Mac to collect a payment that had been offered by Durk and his associates for the murder. The statements were clearly against AJ's interests and are independently corroborated by other evidence. These 3 limited excerpts are highly probative of the 4 higher components of Mac's murder, and their admission would not be unfairly prejudicial to Powell, right? Now, Powell is basically arguing against what AJ said because, AJ is obviously making it look like, hey, we did this because they paid us to do this. That's why we did it. The 3 limited excerpts from AJ's recorded statements to the confidential source provide critical context for those text messages. Now, this is the text. Powell, what's up with OTF? AJ, nothing. Powell, what do you mean? They're not paying? AJ, we waiting. He comes up here on the 17th. Powell, aight. Now, on February 17th, 2022, Durk was in Chicago conducting a podcast interview, which AJ attended. That day, Powell texted AJ, stand on that while you with Durk then. The following day, Powell texted AJ, did Durk give you that money? This is very important. It's stating that Durk was in Chicago to do a podcast interview. And AJ, who had already killed Mac, showed up. And Marley's telling him, make sure you stand on that. Tell Durk we need that money, right? So AJ shows up and is supposed to ask Durk for this money, for this killing. And it just so happens the podcast is $1 million worth of game. Now, the paperwork states the interview was conducted on February 22nd, and this interview would drop March 10th, 2022, giving time for editing or whatever else, but this wasn't the only thing recorded that day. Durk's music video, Aha, was also recorded that day in the same studio space, and the interview along with Durk's new song, Aha, would drop on the same day, February 22nd. Now, the funny thing about this, right, is he brought $1 million cash to $1 million worth of game. And apparently, in the background of this video is not only the leader of Mike City, the gang, but AJ, who's a member of Mike City. Now, within the federal paperwork, they would show a picture from the Aha music video and a man's face would be blurred out. And then obviously, Reddit's gonna do what Reddit's gonna do, but this is supposedly the leader of Mike City. And AJ can be seen in the background of the music video. Stephon Max killer AJ from Mike City was at Lil Durk's Aha music video shoot, the same video that he dropped less than a month after Stephon died, and he was claiming he got back for D-Thang and got someone's folks hit.
Waiting for payday sucks because I can't do anything until then. With earning, access your pay as you work without waiting for payday. You can get up to $150 a day with a maximum.
So again, this whole murder took place because Stephon Mack allegedly had something to do with D-Thang's brother getting killed outside of a club. And then the music video would drop, people would start putting the pieces together, but the feds haven't indicted Durk for this murder. These 2 guys have been indicted. And these 2 guys are apparently throwing Durk's name around, or at least AJ is. And the feds looked at everything. So Durk did a podcast interview. AJ was in attendance. While AJ's in attendance, Marley's telling him to press Durk about the fucking money they're owed while there's $1 million sitting on the table in front of him. But
make sure you go and get life insurance, man. If you got kids out here dissing the dead, claiming hats, woofing on the internet, make sure you go and get them life insurance. It's very important. Hey, shout out to everybody who subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all love, support. Shout out to all my mods and wrenches, man. Make sure you support me. Go and get all my merch. Go and get my book and all that good stuff, man. Shout out to all my mods, everybody who support me, man. Keep working. Hey, anybody could do this. Anybody could achieve it, man. All you got to do is believe, man. Hey, with that being said, make sure y'all go and watch Tyrant Like Father Like Son. It's on Tubi now, man. Tyrant Like Father Like Son is out now on Tubi. Make sure y'all go and follow the series. It's good, man. Shout out to Bodil.
I thought I seen snot coming my nose, boy. What is that shit? Oh, so okay, I'm good. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm a little sick right now. But ground don't motherfucking stop, man. I don't look sick. I'm handsome as hell. I got a fresh cut. I feel good, nigga. Hey, time out. But a couple days, I should be screening shit like that though. But we still finna keep dropping. No grind don't stop. Anyway, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.